In today's video, I'll be starting a series of videos. I'm going to be calling it Mixed Book of Creative Guitar Exercises. And today will be exercise 1. So this is based on some different exercises I did many years ago. Back in 2010, I decided to write my book. And this is the book that was never got written. So I decided that I'll just use my YouTube channel to start teasing out these different exercises and see if anybody has any interest in me writing a book like this. So the very first thing we'll do is this, I'll have a downloadable PDF on my website. 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 permutations. So this is a really good warm-up exercise. It's also a technique builder. So I'll just suggest to you some various ways that you can use this, and then this will hopefully get your imagination, going to do your own things. Okay, so right off the bat, if you're looking at the sheet, and the first one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pick all with downstrokes. I'm going to start at the first fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right across. Notice how I'm keeping all my previous fingers down. Now the next one I'll do is 1, 2, 4, 3 on the way back. You want to make sure you're nice and relaxed here and being very even with your picking. Okay, that's the first one. Now, rather than keeping everything at the same fret, I'm going to move this to 3 different regions of the fretboard. So now I'm going to go to the 5th fret. I'm going to do the next example, 1, 3, 2, 4. Okay, the next one coming across, 1, 3, 4, 2. Okay, and I'll do one more in the first column, going across on the 9th fret now, 1, 4, 2, 3. So notice how I'm keeping my first finger anchored to anchor the string, and that's going to be important with some of the exercises I'll show a little bit later on. Continuing here. 1. Backwards, 1, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so once again, this is an exercise. I think what you'll find and what I found many years ago when I was doing these things a little bit more consistently is after I did a set of these, say 6, 12, 24 of them, then when I went to play, I found that my hand was nice and warmed up. Certainly other types of scale patterns are also very good to use, but I just found this one very useful. Okay, so now the next column is going to be 2, 1, 3, 4. So what I'm going to introduce now is the idea of hammer-ons and pull-offs. So the strategy here will be 2, 1 hammer, 2, 1 pull-off, and then 3, 4 hammer. So this will help to develop that 3, 4, which tends to be weak in most people. Here we go, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay, so notice what I'm doing here as I'm pulling off here. Okay, I'm kind of coming up a little bit, actually plucking the string, and I'm using the side of my first finger to mute the adjacent string. Okay, the next one, 2, 1, pull off, 4-3 pull off, which is kind of more tricky because the 3 and 4 tends to be the weak digits of the hand. Here we go, 2-1, 4-3. So you can see how that's very beneficial for developing your whole hand independence. Okay, next, now we're going to the 5th fret. 2-3 hammer, 1-4 hammer. Here we go. Next one, 2-3 hammer, 4-1 pull off. All right, so if you're a rock player, obviously that's a really good move to get that 4-1 fingering. Okay, so now 9th fret, 2-4 hammer, 1-3 hammer. I'll go across now. I'm just going to make one comment here. So what I tend to do when I'm coming across the fretboard, I'm going to use my right hand here to kind of use like the side of my palm to mute the lower string, so I'm not getting all that rattling in the background. Okay, that's a very useful technique, especially when you're playing really loudly. Okay, next one is 2-4, 3-1. All right, very typical pull off. Okay, here we go, 2-4. So you can use these to do like interesting improvisations. If you're kind of say you're like in C sharp minor or D minor, you can. That's just kind of one brief example of how to use that. Okay, so now the next one is going to be 3-1. 2-4. So here I'm just going to pick all these. Actually, let's maybe do this. Let's go down, up, down, up. So that's another typical way that you'll see this shown. So 3-1, 2-4, down, up, just strict alternate picking. And this will help develop speed and fluency. And then I'll do this a similar thing backwards, 3-1, 4-2. Okay, so down, up with the right hand. So you can see my right hand a little better. So 3-1. Okay, so now we're going to go to the 5th fret, 3-2, 1-4. Okay. I'll continue with the down up picking. So down, up, down, up. Okay, then the next one coming back down, 3-2, 4-1. 3-2. All down, up picking. The right hand. Okay, so now for these last two in this set, I'm going to do 3-4 hammer, 1-2 hammer, just going right across. And I'm just kind of arbitrarily picking 1st fret, 5th fret, 9th fret. You can really pick any fret you wanted to. My rationale here is that you have big stretch, medium stretch, and a little bit tighter. And then you can obviously play up here also. Okay, so 3-4, 1-2 with hammers. Okay, so notice what's happening here. You're landing on the 12th fret and and then the 10th fret. So let's say if you were doing like say like a D Dorian vamp, this would be a good way to kind of create something that's kind of inside outside. So there's D minor. Oh, sorry. I'll do that. So notice how your 3, 4, 1, 2 ends up on like a D minor, E minor. So that's kind of a good way that you can use these this exercise melodically, harmonically, in improvising. That's just kind of one brief example. Okay, 3, 4, 2, 1, hammer, pull off. All right, so as you do these more and more, then you'll find that your hand starts to warm up. Then when you go to do like your regular thing, you should be plenty well warmed up. Okay, so then the last set of these, so this is a little bit more challenging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 4 notes with 1 pick. So that's going to involve a lot of strength and dexterity with the hand, so with both hands. So 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4. I'm saying 4, 1, 2, 3. So you can go pull off. Okay, not too bad, so. All with 1 pick. Okay, so now the next one is go 3, 1, pull off, hammer, pull out. It's a little bit trickier, but you can see how if you do these consistently, not quickly, but consistently and with good strength, eventually your hand's going to get nice and strong. So 3, 1, 4, 1, 3, 2. That's really good one. Okay, so now next one, 4, 2, 3. So that's kind of like a scale there. Kind of like a Phrygian scale or something. Okay, so sorry for the tangent. Okay, 4, 2, 1, 3. Okay, here we go. Across, all 1 pick. Okay, there's kind of a subtle thing I'm doing. I'll try to point this out to you. So what I'm doing is I'm using my first finger to anchor, but I'm also kind of almost creating like a counterbalancing force. See how this is kind of pushing? This finger is kind of pushing while the others are pulling. So this is kind of just a feel thing. You have to kind of figure out how your hand needs to feel to keep that first finger in place. Okay, now on the way back, 4, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so here we go. Okay, and then I'll do one more for this lesson. So up at the 9th fret, 4, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so that's like a minor scale. So that would help you with your minor scale pull off. So 4, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so that also, so if I'm thinking D minor, so that's kind of interesting, kind of almost like a jazz kind of bebop-y phrase, I guess. I'll do a little tangent here on this. So let's say I'm on my D minor chord, 3-1. So notice how that second note is pretty dissonant, and as is the third note. Right, so that's how you create some. This type of exercise is a really, really good way of adding chromaticism into your playing if you can't hear it, or if you didn't sit down and learn, bebop licks, Charlie Parker, or whoever, Thelonious Monk. You can. And then last but not least, this one actually I think is pretty useful. So, right, so that's just a triple pull-off. Right, so whatever your melody note is, you can use that to embellish it. Like let's say you're on C sharp minor, this is F sharp minor. C sharp minor to F sharp. Yeah, and then you can maybe throw in maybe a pentatonic lick after that. So that's just a simpler progression. I'll just do the exercise just one time, just straight here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just line up all your fingers. Sorry, because it's a little trickier there. So it's a little bit easier to do on the higher strings. I think to end today's video, I'm just going to do a little bit more with that C sharp minor to F sharp minor, just for fun. Okay. Hope you found it all interesting. It takes a little bit of patience to get all these, but I think if you take certain aspects of it, you work on your hammer-ons, pull-offs, you'll find that it's going to get your strength and your independence going. Okay, thanks for watching.